Hello YouTube. Had a buddy stop by the other day and he dropped me off a couple squirrel cages. If anybody knows what those are, they're the blower motors in your vehicle. They call them squirrel cages because of that. Every vehicle has one, they're not all the same. This actually looks like it came out of a Chevy pickup, to be honest with you. I wasn't far off. 2000 Buick LeSabre. That's GM product. I have the same item in my truck, and it doesn't work on low speed, but it works on medium, low, medium, high, and high, but it doesn't work on low speed. This one feels like it's a little seized up too. It comes to a dead stop. See, he wants to go back and forth. But that's what was getting frozen in my truck in the winter time. Picture it completely encased in your whole heater system there. It runs for your cooling and your heating. And when I had that leak in my truck, it leaked through everything and dripped into here, and then it would sit in the bottom like this is completely enclosed down here. So it would sit there and build up and freeze during the night. When I went to turn it on, it sounded like I had rocks in there, because it would bust the ice loose and the ice would bounce around inside the squirrel cage until there was enough heat and it would just drain out. So, and don't know how much longer mine's going to last. That's going to be a pain to change. So, anyways, I'm going to check these out. I've never done a video on these. I don't think anybody else has either. Don't mind my voice. I'm going for a doctor visit tomorrow because this just won't quit. See what he can do, if anything. I was told to grin and bear it years ago when it first came up. It's classified as bleeding bronchitis, what I have. Only because you hack so much, you scratch your throat and your bronchial tubes enough that it makes them bleed. Hence, bleeding bronchitis. So anyways, we're going to rip one apart. I snuck a little peek through the wiring hole there. There's some nice copper in there. I've never had these apart before. So this is new territory. I do see some type of folds here. That's probably what holds the two shells together so we can get at the motor, but I got to get the cage off first. It's going to be the tricky part. So bear with me. I have a very impatient dog in here. She just keeps wandering back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She's either impatient or bored as hell. But she's going to have to get used to it. So this is going to be part of her routine come winter time. I left her loose in the house yesterday, and I should have taken a video, a short one, of everything that happened that she did yesterday when she was by herself in the house. Gotta remember, she's still a puppy. Come on. You just want to come off of there. That's what you want. See? Told you. Not all of you came off the way you're supposed to, but it's better than none. So our buddy Mike is on his way to Ohio. Going to get himself some money. Hopefully he's having a good trip. Beautiful sunny day out there. The weather and roads are nice. I checked the radar too. I know pretty much exactly where they're going, so he's got a clear road. Won't be super warm, but it is clear and sunny. So as long as he brought sunglasses along, it'll be alright. So we're just unfolding these little things. It doesn't take much, so I don't need a hammer. Oh, that's a nice little motor in here. It's actually a rotor. It's magnetic. It's got a magnet in there, see? Holds my screwdriver real well. So let's I'll shred some brass here though. I took part of it off earlier. Nice little piece came off the outside. Probably the grounding part. Come on. There we go. Brassy bits. Hello, fly. Yeah, I even got flies flying around in here. That's how mild it is in my garage. It's 70 over here, sun shining through the window. It's right on the freezing mark outside. But if you're out of the breeze and just in the sunshine, it feels pretty nice. So there we go, nice little clean piece of brass. Alright, check it with a magnet, make sure it ain't fake brass, you know, it's steel type. Let's shred. Is there a rotor? That won't be too difficult to take apart, I don't think, because there isn't a whole lot of varnish on it. And the holes are open, see? We just have to get this off. Yeah, I broke my vise the other day. See these little things here? They go right there. Well, the screw broke off inside. Both of them did. So, now there's nothing holding it on. This one's loose. That's the thing I don't like about it. Why can't they just put solid pieces on there, you know? Why do they have to be removable? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna pop it through. There we go. Ringo was his name. There we go. One rotor. The copper there, copper there. I'll take him apart, but we can do that some other time. You don't want to be bored with that, do you? Won't be that hard to do. I'm curious what this one is. I imagine they're probably both the same then. I can't feel the magnet. That's what I'm feeling for. Can you feel the magnet? This one I can. Yeah. Slight, but not much. So, a couple nice brushes in there. Some nice copper attached to them. You know, the little copper strands. See? This one's got a bigger one. There we go. Brush out. Not all brushes have that copper braided stuff attached to them. Some of them are just put in with a spring. And it's copper coated. It is not copper. The spring ends up being steel. So there's nothing else in here more worthwhile. So more shred. And this guy's landing on my head. Yeah. That's where it starts, right there. You can see it, it ended. See, now you can unclip them from these little pieces. You can open these clips up. Clips opened up. Just in case you ever want to do one. The ones that are varnished are real hard to do. Unless they're the bigger ones with the thicker wire. Then they're not too bad. You can hit them a few times, the varnish crumbles. But if you get small ones like this, full of varnish. Just throw it in your motor bucket. Because the only way to get them off is to cook them. Now, if you don't have a wood stove, you need your oven. I know some people that actually bring them in the house, cook them in their oven. I don't think I'd want to eat out of that oven afterwards. I don't care how clean you think you got your oven, it ain't clean enough. Because that stuff will be absorbed in everything you cook. So there, see? And you just follow it around. So simple that is. Look at all that nice copper that's on there, huh? And like I said, if you can find the ones that are like this, see, it hooks around. I undid the hook, see? It's just one solid strand of wire. But yet, it makes it spin. I have yet to figure out how. I'm not a motor winder. I'm a motor unwinder. But I don't need to know how they work. Oh, she's over there nibbling on a piece of bark. Okay, see, now I didn't start with the exact right one, so we're overlapped here. So we're going to nip this one here and continue on with him. So yeah, I'll do an update after tomorrow, see what he says, what I can do, if there's anything, blah blah blah. But it's when I first got diagnosed with it, it literally kicked the poo-poo out of me. And that's what it did again this time, so I don't know. It didn't help that my wife came home, she caught a cold at work. And, wow, when I was a kid, I don't know if you want to hear the story or not. When I was a kid, I was born with a kidney infection, kidney disease is what they pronounced it. I had to outgrow it. It would cause me to catch cold just like that. You could be in the next room and sneeze and I'd be sick the next day. I spent many of my adolescence in the hospital. One time I went in on Boxing Day, didn't come out until the following Boxing Day, which is a year later, because I always had to have a private room because I could catch anything that other kids might have come in for, the flu, chicken pox, whatever, I would catch it. Now see, I have because I was put up for adoption, I don't know any family history. Doctors get a little frustrated when they say, "Whoa, what's your family history?" And your guess is good as mine, man. It starts with me. So I would like to know, but okay, now we can start on this end again. So anyways, yeah, it hit me pretty hard again there a few weeks back, and yeah, and then talking was really hard because breathing really was hard a few times there. Didn't think I could even get a breath, so and I quit smoking 12 years ago, or was it 2009? Yeah, 12 years ago this month, November. Yeah, I can remember because 2010 I laid my Rottweiler to rest. A year after I quit smoking. It was in November also. And it was mild like it is now because I was able to dig in the backyard and put them in the ground. So, yeah, sweet memories, of burying your loved ones. Those are the ones I talk about. Okay, what's going on here? Let me finish this. Anyways, that's what you get from a squirrel cage. It's not much to them. You don't want to do this, just throw it in your motor bucket. Just throw the whole thing in your motor bucket. Don't even take it apart. You don't feel like doing this. So that way you get paid for everything, you know. Every little piece. Oh, he's broken on the bottom here. Maybe that's why he quit working. It was broken. Hello, Mavis. Are you getting all tangled up in the wire here too? Yes, you are. Come on, step out of it. That's the thing. You don't know enough to lift your feet out. You get out and get hooked up on anything. Yeah. Come on, lift your foot. Good girl. There we go. Maybe a pound. Maybe. Like I said, that's your call. Nobody does what I do. I just showed you what I did. And when they're simple like that, they come apart pretty easy. Just gotta get this last piece off. It's looped around. And then you can pound these off. They are copper. It'll take a little bit of work. But hey, if you've gone that far, you might as well finish it, right? Where's my screwdriver? That one's a good one. I gotta keep some that are good, right? See, this one had the tip broken off, so it's just a flat face. So it become a chisel now. Hang on. There. See? Knocked it right off. Generally the first one's the hardest. Oop, yeah, see? Now I lost it. It's down there on the floor. But if you cook it, that stuff underneath, it's like a, I don't know what it is. It's got strands in it and stuff. Okay, hang on, somebody wants out. You want outside? There you go. You're allowed. There. Yeah, don't refuse her to go outside. Generally when she's running around with her tail between her legs, it's because she's got to go. She's very good. We go to bed around 10 at night. She's in her kennel. Spends the whole night in there till I get up at 6. Let her out. She doesn't do any messes in there. She's a very good girl. I come out to do the stove. And you don't want to lose these guys. These are all number 2 copper, by the way. So unless you know how to clean them up, make them real shiny. The scrap yards do know where they come from. So yep, I know where he went. That's 2 of them that went for a poop. I seen you bounce. Yeah. There you are. I'm impressed that I could see it down on the floor with all the other stuff. So there you have it. Now some of you guys get away with putting that in heavy steel. Nah, it's all platelets, so we can't do that. So anyways, and there you go. See? It's not that difficult if they're not varnished all too, you know. And in the number 2 copper bucket it goes. And then Mike had me take these things apart. They're all copper, so put a nice little pile of that. Number 2 copper too. So anyways, I'm gonna do the other one. You don't want to watch that. This is already a 20-minute video, so anyways, like, subscribe, and share or not. Have an awesome day. Enjoy your Tuesday. And I got the other one out. It was put together a little different. Just pinched. The things were pinched on this side, didn't have much in it. It's the same idea, magnet motor. So I'm going to do what I did with that one, and yeah, I'll get back to you when it's done. There you have it. Shred. I didn't lose any little copper bits this time. The little copper pieces that the brush is right on, and there's the copper. So not bad. Two bundles of copper. And wow, there's more. I'm not going to dig them out of the bucket. They're in the bucket. So anyways, I think they're worth it. Didn't take that long. 1:30, I came out here at 1 o'clock, so 2 of them in a half an hour, so whatever, you know, not even a half hour. I think the video is 20 minutes long, and yeah, this one was, yeah, maybe half hour. So, and there's all the shred. So that's what I've been doing, farting around in here. That's running well. There's Mavis. Hello, Mavis. How are you? Yeah, you're a sweetheart, aren't you? Want a close-up, don't you? Hey, unlike Earl. Earl doesn't like to be close-ups. So that's what I have. That's what I have. Those are all motors I just opened up this week. Those are all power washer motors in there. One starter. I gotta finish him yet. Oh no, he's a rotor. I'm gonna take him apart. See, he's got a little varnish on him, but he's thick, so I think it shouldn't be too hard to rip him apart. That's why he's in there. Vacuum cleaner motors, power washer motors, shop vac motors. Yeah, they're nice to have. Yeah, so I just been cleaning up. I used to have like 5 pails here, and I got 2 left to go. Just working on my smalls. That, what I did with the rotor, just happened to be a drop off, so we'll go over in there. Hey, drop it. Good girl. She's picking up plastic and chewing on it. So anyways, here we go. Oh, gotta like it. Copper bucket starting to build up.